Hi, I am Kedron2 and I'll take the time while I'm returning with this awesome bike to do another vlog. Because I'm considering this. I am considering getting one of these. I'd love to have one of these, honestly. Thing is, I would also love to have my XJ6. So here's the deal. What would be my ideal garage? What bikes would I really like to have? Because I've test ridden a lot of them and I've seriously loved quite a few of them. So which ones would I choose? Let's start with my all-time favorite bikes and try to pare it down. All-time favorites, my XJ6. I love its in-betweenness of everything. It is a sports tourer, carried me across Portugal on a crazy adventure, easily and relatively comfortably until my body broke. No issues, no malfunctions, just put gas and go at whatever speed I want, in whatever roads I want. Awesome little bike for everything. Awesome rounded bike. This is another much like that, with an adventure styling. And slightly more torque. And then, other bikes I loved. I really loved the NM4 Voltus. Because of its weird looks, I swear to you, if I had one of those, I would ride at night all in black, with a black visor and a cape around my back, Batman style. Okay, it's a wonderful bike. Auto gears, really comfortable. It's a cruiser that's not quite a cruiser, that's not quite a scooter, that's not quite a bike. It's a really funky thing, and I love it. It handles great, it goes really well. It draws attention like as if you're naked. Everyone looks at you, cars stop to look at the bike. It's awesome. I loved that bike to bits. I would really love to have one. That's one that would be on my garage just for the looks. For seriously, okay? Then I also loved the Africa Twin for its off-road properties. Absolutely fell in love with it. I loved the Super Tenere because it's also a very rounded bike for everything that does off-road very well. So it's like an Africa Twin, but with a bit less off-road and a bit more on-road. So you don't really hit the limit you might hit on the Africa Twin while you're on the roads. You're always comfortable on it, and it just goes very well every time. So I love those two. And one thing on the Super Tenere I liked more than the Africa Twin, and that might make me choose that one over the AT, is that it has the electronic suspension, which is pretty useful for quickly changing the bike whatever you're doing on the road. Something I noticed on Portugal end-to-end, where the big guys with the GS 1200 and the KTM were adjusting their suspension on the fly to the road conditions. That was very useful, and I didn't have that. So yeah, maybe a Super Tenere for off-roading, or an Africa Twin, one of those. My XJ6, a Voltus, and that's already too many. You can only have two bikes. Wow! I really love the RC390, but to grab the RC390 or an R3, I'd have to drop the XJ6 because they would be for the same thing, funded in the twisties, and the other big adventure one would be for commuting and all, etc., or the Voltus for that. This one, maybe replacing the XJ6. Other bikes I loved the V-Strom, but I don't think I would be able to get it because it's just plain ugly. Sorry, Suzuki, you make awesome bikes, but very ugly ones, and I wouldn't be able to. Many people will be great, awesome, great for them. They have an awesome bike. No dissing the V-Stroms, great bikes, but I just don't dig the look, so that's not gonna work. Too bad. Big KTM Adventures, not gonna happen. I think it's too powerful, don't need it. MT-09 Tracer, love the bike, but too powerful, don't need it. What else I'd like to have? Yeah, I have my off-roading machine, and then it's combinations. For example, if I go full off-roading with the Africa Twin, I'd probably go with a XJ6 for more roundedness and the Voltus for fun. Or if I go with the Super Tenere, which is a bit more rounded and a bit less off-roady, so I can use it more, or will better use it more. I'll probably be able to get a more radical bike for the sports tourers, something like maybe an R6. No, that's too much. Never tried one, but I think I would get killed on one. But maybe then I'd get an RC390 or an R3 if I ever try one. Maybe the RC390, because that's the one I tried. So that would be RC390 and the Super Tenere. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. But yeah, I don't really have a perfect garage because, well, there's just so many bikes I loved. Oh, I also love the Versys, but why not? Oh no, the Super Tenere. I think I'd prefer the Super Tenere. The Versys is too much on-road and too little off-road, and I'd really like the ability to go off-road whenever I'd want. Okay. The Versys also looks a bit less sturdy, and the Super Tenere with some crash bars looks absolutely indestructible. And the Africa Twin, as I proved, is indestructible. So that's pure on off-road, but I'm not a pure off-road man. I just want the opportunity to do it easily, which still makes me gravitate back to the Africa Twin, because the Africa Twin also does that very well. The let's go off-roading and not really care what happens, because it's absolutely brilliant off-road. So yeah, I keep gravitating between these 4 or 5 bikes, and no, I don't have money for any of them, never mind 2. So not really gonna happen. May I please? Thank you. And so yeah, that's my perfect garage. I didn't really say anything because I really can't decide. But I know one that has a very special place in my heart, which is the Voltus, just because it fits me. The wife looked at it and said, "This is an ugly bike, I hate it. Are you kidding? Are you going to really ride that?" And I sat on it with full gear. I just sat on it and she said, "Okay, this bike is just, this is you. This bike is you." Okay, it was instant. It is me on 2 wheels, basically. So yeah, that has a very special place. But I couldn't, I just can't decide on the other ones. That's the issue, that's a problem. Oh well, I know I'm going to be stuck with the XJ6 for a long time, so unless something miraculous happens, and then I'll probably get one of these. Or maybe the 09 Tracer. Maybe I'll outgrow this one. I don't know. Okay, yeah, that's it. Gauge her out.